By the way, this show is being recorded 1 week before on iTunes, or coming to you live from your local government listening post.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta put that in.
Yeah, that's staying in.
This podcast has naughty words. If you don't like it, fuck ya.
FoolishWorks presents the Hypothetical Hour. Asterisk.
Welcome to FoolishWorks presents the Hypothetical Hour, the show where a group of slightly terrible individuals discuss the most important questions in life. On the panel today, he likes a spicy meatball. It's Darian. He's burly, he's sexy, he's Jake. And Ryan.
You can't do it. It's terrible. You're terrible. Come on. Put some
Yeah, that
wrestler
was
into
pretty-
it. You gotta put some wrestler
Okay.
into it.
Why don't you try doing the introduction? We'll see how it
No,
goes.
you're
I can't do it because I'm first. It just seems so weird.
Well, how about the last person does it then? Welcome to FoolishWorks presents the Hypothetical Hour, the show where a group of slightly terrible individuals discuss the most important questions in life. On the panel today, he likes a spicy meatball. It's Darian. He's burly, he's sexy, he's Jake. And Ryan.
Can you say and Ryan again?
And Ryan.
No, not and Ryan. And Ryan. Just say that.
And Ryan.
There you go.
Andrine.
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 And Ryan.
How you doing,
I didn't know we
Andrine?
had-
It's Darian, Jake, and Andrine.
Andrine.
I didn't know we had Ayn Rand on the show.
Well, let's jump straight into it. I guess it's time to decide the turn order, and we are deciding turn order. We are deciding turn order today in height order, shortest to tallest.
Alright.
What does that make it? Jake, Darian, then Ryan. Does that sound
good.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't like it.
Of course you don't like it, Ryan. You're going last.
I don't like anything, Jake.
Okay. The first hypothetical scenario. You are moving to Canberra. What has forced you to relocate to Canberra, and why can you never leave? Darian, you're first.
I think the more important part of this question is the why I can never leave part, because it's pretty small. I could just walk.
Nope. You can't leave.
Well,
I guess you can leave, but you have to live there.
Well,
And by living there, I mean living there full time under, like whatever rules that discerns. Like you have to stay there more than 8 months of the year.
okay. Well, I'm gonna guess since Canberra is it's more inland than where we are now, so I'm gonna guess global warming and rising sea levels are the reason I fled to Canberra, because it's really the only reason I'd ever move there. I'd rather live anywhere that's not Canberra, because they're long sweeping roads. They frighten me. They're too perfect, too planned. I don't like it. I need chaos in my roads.
You don't like the roundabouts?
No, and I also don't like their lane one form.
Lane one form.
I fucking hate lane one form.
For anyone who hasn't been to Canberra, instead of saying form one lane, they've written it in such a way that if you read it like a normal human being, it reads lane one form when you drive over it.
But it's as you're driving towards it, so it's
it's
like a reverse. It's like a reverse Star
yeah.
Wars.
It's a standard practice. I've even seen a couple of those creeping into Sydney. It's barbaric. I hate it. What the fuck's wrong with just the sign that says merge? What's wrong with that, huh?
Yeah, what's wrong with the merge sign?
What's wrong with the merge sign? Come on, fucking lane one form.
Yeah, Canberra. Get it together.
Fuck you, Canberra. Fucking Canberra.
Well, look, having lived in Canberra at one point in my life, I'd say that Canberra's a pretty nice city. There could be a lot worse places to live in, like Wooden Dip or Delinquent or
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wagga Wagga?
Erskineville.
Listen, we all know Erskineville doesn't exist.
No, there's no such thing as Erskineville, Ryan. You're being preposterous.
It's a conspiracy that's being foisted upon us by the government and City Rail. Well, I guess they're Sydney trains now. But the point is, Erskineville is just a cardboard cutout, and we all know it.
That's a story for another time. But
and anyone who claims otherwise is in on it.
That's true. I was hit by a car because of it.
Yeah.
Actually, I rescind my statement against Delinquent. It's a very nice town.
Okay. Anyway, I think that anyway, to get back to the question, I guess the thing that was keeping me there is the same thing that made me go there in the first place: rising sea levels. I simply can't leave. There's water everywhere.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's you got to watch them sharks because Sharks are fine normally, but once you add global warming into the mix and the rising sea levels, they get a taste for human flesh.
The heat would just make them exasperated. They just get so frustrated they'll lash out at anybody.
Yeah, they're just, you're just sitting there, and if a shark pops out of the water and wipes its brow, it's sweating buckets. Poor shark.
You don't want to come face to face with a Canberran shark.
No.
I'd be a bit more concerned about sharknadoes if there was global warming.
We're pretty okay with that. We don't really get tornadoes here. Like, I can see that being an issue in North America, but I think here we'd be more worried about like a susharkney.
Is that how you would say it?
No, that's not how you would say it. Nobody ever say that again. It's a terrible word.
Susharkney.
No, never. No, don't.
The first t-shirt of the podcast is going to be, would you like to ride this susharkney?
What?
It sounds like a highly delicious Japanese sushi.
No, they'd have much better. They'd be much better about naming it. Much better.
Okay, so rising sea levels.
Rising sea levels.
Ryan, would you like to weigh in? You are moving to Canberra.
Well, sea levels are too damn high, aren't they?
Sea levels in this planet are too damn high.
I think that's a good campaign to ride off, but I don't know this. I think it has been done before anyway. I'm not sure why I would go to Canberra. What would force me to relocate to Canberra?
Yeah.
I don't know, some kind of invasion of some sort. Cane toads, maybe? The Great Cane Toad Invasion of 2016.
Cane toads. That'll be really crap if cane toads reached all the way down New South Wales far enough to have to migrate to Canberra.
Well, they're starting to cross the border now. They're in New South Wales as we speak. They're slowly hopping their way down south. Thanks to global warming, it's all global warming.
We should build a fence. It'll keep the cane toads out.
Yeah.
Yes, a big giant fence.
Because that worked so well.
It worked so well for the rabbits.
Fucking rabbits.
But we can't leave because of the cane toads, obviously.
And there's nothing that can stop a cane toad except like a golf club, and fuck knows where I can get one of those.
Yeah, I mean, who plays golf?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Nobody in Australia plays golf. We've got golf courses everywhere, but there's no golf.
How can so many... what number of cane toads would it take to keep you from leaving a city?
Like a giant wall,
yeah,
like a rippling wall.
Piles upon piles of cane toads. Like how many?
I'd say one giant cane toad, like a cane toad titan.
Is there like a giant glass dome around Canberra at this point to protect the people of Australia from cane toads?
No, it's a fleet of sky whales, the natural predator of the cane.
Oh yes, release the sky whales.
Yes.
The tits of the sky whale will sate the cane toads for now.
Yeah, that's a horrifying mental image you've just given me.
It's an amazing mental image, and it needs to be drawn.
A sky whale versus a titan cane toad. There we go, Japan. Thank you very much. I've just given you an idea for a new anime.
So, Darian, it was rising sea levels. For Ryan, it was catastrophically large cane toads. I'm moving to Canberra. The reason I've been forced to locate to Canberra is I've been put under witness protection, and I need to be placed in the most boring city in the country.
Wouldn't that make you stand out?
Well, not really. I'm an actor, so I could act boring.
Yeah, you'd have to act.
Oh, fuck you. Hate you so much.
Where do you think all the actors come to, Jake? They gravitate to Canberra.
I was actually going to cheat and say that I actually moved to Jarvis Bay because that's also in the ACT.
Yeah,
but
Jarvis
because
Bay
I
is
specified
cool.
Canberra. No, but that's what I was saying. Like if I said ACT instead of Canberra, that could have worked. But I thought that was kind of cheating. So
it was cheating.
Jarvis Bay is quite nice, actually.
Why can I never leave Canberra? Well, again, I'm under witness protection. If I left Canberra, then Ryan would kill... I mean, the person who was trying to kill me would kill me. Not saying that it would have been Ryan.
See, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because if you leave Canberra, you'll die from that. But if you stay in Canberra, you'll die of boredom.
Yeah. I'm dead either way. Maybe I would rather just step out into Queanbeyan and then live the rest of my life in happiness. The whole 5 minutes of it.
Well, I mean, actually,
I always loved that about Canberra, actually, because you just text people and you say, "Oh, I'm going interstate for grocery shopping." and you go like, I'll be back in half an hour, and like, yeah, you go into
Wow,
sleep.
it sounds so exciting, Ryan. Like really, really exciting.
I can't imagine anywhere where I want to live even less than I want to live in Canberra.
There is something to do in Canberra.
Questacon?
No, Fishwick.
Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll move on to the next scenario.
Oh yeah, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so, hypothetical. You run popular internet website FuzzBeed. All the news and content aggregators have been shut down. How do you come up with original content, or where do you take content from now?
Well, this is quite an easy question. Really, it's I just take it from my newspaper masthead. There is nothing new in the feed today. By the way, the floor is lava.
But wouldn't that be counted as a news aggregator? A newspaper is a news aggregator. They aggregate news. So you can't do that, Ryan. You can't do that.
Come on, Ryan.
Oh, fine. I'll get it from an angry person on the corner of a street.
But then see,
and then it can be a news aggravator.
He's made a pun, I see.
Yes.
A pun, or play on words, as it were.
As you will. Yes, anyway. Well, I suppose I'd go into my own content creation.
So you'd create the content.
Which is what these websites are doing now.
And how do you come up with original content, Ryan?
I'll just nick it off someone else. Just make a couple of crappy gifs from a Disney show and then go and put in a big flashy clickbaity title like, you won't believe what Ariel looks like now in 2017.
But where?
So you're doing the second thing. Now you're taking content from Disney.
Well, isn't that what most of these aggregator things do? I open it up and like there's like Disney princesses as men or Disney princesses as cats.
Awful lot of Disney princesses in this.
Yeah, they're obsessed with Disney
they're
princesses,
in fashion right now, aren't they?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Well, whoever decides what fashion is has decided that Disney princesses are the in thing.
If I was Rupert Murdoch, I'd decide
Look at these
fashion.
Disney princesses as hipsters. See, you could devote an entire website to interpretations of Disney princesses. Like, people, be original. Come on, create your own characters, and tell people not to steal them.
Okay, I am FuzzBeed.
No, you're Jake. You're Jake.
I guess I don't think websites like FuzzBeed are able to come up with original content. Like, it's not something that they do, so I'd have to steal it from somewhere. So, I would turn my FuzzBeed website into a spoiler machine. I would spoil everything. Every single thing, I would consume it and then spoil it for everyone else.
Romeo and Juliet were star-crossed lovers. You'll never guess what happened next.
They died.
It's like this monk mixed these two chemicals together. Your heart would break once you find out what happens next.
But I would just spoil everything for everyone forever, because if I can't have my news aggregators and my automatically generating content, then I'll just make sure no one else can enjoy anything ever again. Does that make me bitter?
It does, a little bit.
This makes you a very bitter individual.
Wow, I didn't realize I was that kind of person.
You better grab some lemon and lime to go with that bitters.
Hey, it's a pretty good idea if you think about it. I mean, there's got to be a market for it somewhere.
Yeah.
People love spoilers. It's a thing. I don't know why it's a thing, because for some reason, every single person, whenever something comes out, it's spoiled immediately. You can't not watch something. You have to watch it immediately so other people can't spoil it for you, because Facebook just spoils everything.
No, there's a simple solution to that.
Don't go on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't. I visit it like once a
I don't know.
week,
I network
maybe.
a lot with people on Facebook. It's hard.
Well,
you've let a company consume you there, Jake.
Yeah, that's true.
They've enveloped you into their giant gelatinous
I'm
mass.
now a product of Facebook's conglomerate.
You're a Zuckerberg zombie, Jake. A Zuckerberg
I'm a
zombie.
Zuckombi.
Zuckerzombie.
Zuckzombie. We're not good at making up words.
We're the worst at words.
Yep, forever doomed to shuffle around the wasteland, mumbling clickbait titles and
Like, share,
and
subscribe.
liking various things.
Like,
Zombies hate them.
Share, subscribe. This single mother discovered one weird trick with a shotgun. Zombies hate him. Her.
I guess a clickbaity title in the zombie apocalypse would be brains. That's it. Brains inside. And me as the zombie would click brains, and then I'd be like, they lied to me.
I think that would be more along the lines of a ghoul if you're capable of.
Well, listen, I'm not going to get into semantics here.
There are many kinds of zombies. You got fast zombies, slow zombies, old zombies, new zombies. You got virus zombies, you got voodoo zombies, you got all sorts of zombies.
Yeah, we're inclusive of all zombies on this podcast.
Yeah.
No, we're not. I hate those bloody Twilight
Racist.
zombies.
Or zombist. Darren, you should probably answer the...
I gotta answer the question. Well, see, you guys have you've been looking at this the wrong way, I think. Right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
the aggregators are gone. You gotta steal the content from somewhere. Sure, you could go and find the content creators, or you could trace it to the source, right? I'd just go purchase a rich a content mine with a rich vein from like South Africa or something. You know, just go down there with canary. Obviously, you don't want to get some shitty content that strangles you to death. Just a rich vein of content.
Mine content?
Yeah, content mine.
But how would you mine, content? How would you find veins of content?
Well, that's what it's content prospecting.
Content prospecting?
Yeah.
So what tools do they use to find this?
Do I look like a prospector?
No.
I got people to do that for me.
Right, so you would hire content prospectors.
Yeah, to go find a rich vein of content in South Africa. Now, I'm not saying South Africa as in South Africa. South Africa, I mean like Southern Africa.
Oh, just generally.
Yeah.
The south of
Just
the
south
African
of
continent.
Africa, not South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa.
I'd be a bit more grassroots with my content prospecting if that was the case. I'd just sit there by the river with a little
panning for content. Yeah,
hoping to find a little nugget of content in the gushing stream.
Yeah. Alternatively, you could outsource it. Purchase artisanal content from ancient content farmers.
It's very niche, though. I mean, if you're going to be mining content, you want to mine, the big stuff. You want to go into industrial-sized Gina Reinhardt.
Well, sure. Look, you could
mining.
start a huge content mine. You can get lots of content and go for the lowest common denominator, or you can go into the artisanal content market. Crafted by the finest craftsmen of content for generations, and it's up to you. It's a matter of what sort of customer penetration you're going for. Market penetration, rather. You don't want to penetrate your customers, that's illegal.
That
Not if it's consensual.
Right, not if it's
fact.
consensual. It still seems like it might be a problem with abuse of authority or something. I don't know. Statutory rape. Don't penetrate your customers unless they want it, folks.
Alright, do we want to move on to the next scenario?
Yes.
Yes, on the subject of selling things that no one wants. I happened to come across on various searches on an unspecified online shop a wonderful invention, a toaster with a built-in hot plate. So essentially, you wake up in the morning and you want a nice bacon and eggs with toast, but you don't want to mess up two appliances like a fry pan and your toaster.
You don't mess up a toaster. What are you talking about?
Well, you might live in a shoebox.
Okay, I'll live in a shoebox.
And you don't have the space for a fry pan and a toaster. Well, you just open up the side of this little toaster, and out pops this hot plate. You put your bacon and your eggs on the hot plate, and your toast in there, and it cooks it all for you. So with that wonderful invention in mind, my question is to the panel: if money wasn't an obstacle for you, what invention would you make? What would you come up with?
Are you talking like a similar amalgamation of things?
No, it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be your own invention. It could be, it could be a llama on wheels.
That's not
Jake.
an invention. That's just a llama on wheels.
Actually, I've got an invention. It's probably been thought of before. I'd probably start a hypothetical podcast with two idiots.
No, I don't think you could pull that off, Jake.
I don't think I could pull it off either. It'd be terrible. They'd never show up on time.
And they'd have nothing funny to say.
Yeah. And there's just no conversation would ever happen.
I sense there's an underlying deep-seated rage. Jake.
I'm very, very angry. I'm not actually angry. No, but to be serious, I would probably come up with a life-saving drug or something. That's where the big money is, especially if the TPP is as bad as people are saying. If money was not an obstacle, I would pour money into a cure for AIDS.
Nah.
There's my invention, and I would give it away for free.
No, you gotta shoot lower than that.
Well, what? What do you mean lower? Oh, it needs to be gimmicky.
No, I'm saying more dick pills. Come on.
Oh, so you're I'm going for the altruistic thing.
More dick pills.
And you're saying that I should instead invest in the sex industry?
Absolutely.
I think he means Viagra.
No. I'm like different alternatives to Viagra and shit. Dick pills. Plenty of money in that.
Okay, fine. Cure for HIV that is also a dick pill.
Yes! I love it.
Okay. There we go. That's what I would invent.
That's in the Shark
perfect.
Tank.
It solves 2 problems.
I would invent a cure for HIV that also cures erectile dysfunction and would also be an aphrodisiac for women.
That gives them boners?
Yeah, why not? I mean, there is a market for it after all. I've seen 4chan.
Okay, I can dig it. I have a question about this toaster hot plate. So are the toaster and the hot plate, do they have separate heating elements, or do they reuse the heating element from the toaster for the hot plate?
Well, the hot plate is operated by a flange, so it's so I assume it's 2 separate things, because some days you may not want
because mainly I'm wondering if using the hot plate function would mean you can't toast something, or if you can in fact toast something at the same time as hot plate. The hot plate is in use.
I just googled flange, and I don't think I looked up the right thing, because this is not what I thought a flange would look like. I don't know. Did I type the wrong thing?
Probably.
Is that a flange?
What, the round thing with the little holes?
Is that a flange? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, the whole joke is that the people think a flange is like an L.
No, it's
an L-shaped thing.
It's a thing that's on an airplane wing.
I thought a flange was like a finger, like, you know, because phalanges.
No, that is what it is. It's a bone.
Well, I'm going to correct myself here and say it's on a little hinge.
Right.
Yes. But we had a very interesting discussion on flanges today. I think we've made some progress here.
Darian didn't actually Darian, answer the question.
We're going for efficiency here, yeah? We're going for efficiency. So combination refrigerator and bidet.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you'd never have to get up.
Oh my god. Wait, is the bidet connected to a loo?
Yeah, sure. Let's say it's more like a combination fridge and one of those Japanese toilets that has a bidet, and it's got internet connection.
Yeah.
It's an internet-enabled toilet fridge.
I mean, you'd still have to go out to buy the stuff.
No, it's internet-enabled.
Fridge.
You can do online shopping.
Well, yeah, you can do online shopping and have it delivered, but then how do you get it inside your house? You still have to open the front door.
Alright, listen. You can automate all that stuff. You can get home automation. There's a whole bunch of stuff about it. You just have a video camera at the front door, automatically opening door. Just have the guy come in. He'll stare at you. He'll go, fuck this shit, and quit his job on the spot. But your stuff will be inside, and that's all that matters.
I've always wanted one of those mail delivery systems, the tube ones.
What, the pneumatic tube thing?
Yeah, pneumatic tubes, where if you could do that for, like, delivery things, and just have this giant tube at your front door, and then every single time someone knocks on the door, you just press a button and they get schwumped into your house. That'd be fantastic.
That's a nice word.
It'd be really cool if we had like pneumatic mail delivery systems. But you know of course why it will never work in the real world.
Well, they're too expensive to maintain, aren't they?
Well, I mean, assuming that wasn't an issue.
Why?
It's because some fucking teen will take a shit in it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's terrible.
That ruins everything for everyone. This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, it's because teens keep shitting on it.
Alright, Ryan, are you going to answer this one?
Well, I don't think I want to, Jake. Because really, we're in a golden age where everything's already been invented.
Not my HIV and dick pill.
Yeah, HIV dick pill, man. Come on.
So come on, use your imagination.
Well,
Surely you can think of something.
Well, I would like a smart cheese board. Integrate a smartphone into your cheese board.
Wait, are we talking like you're talking like Microsoft Surface sort of thing, like a cheese board that's also a tablet? Like you put a cheese onto it, and it like identifies the cheese and displays little cheese statistics.
I can actually
around
see how
it.
I can see how that would be very useful.
Exactly.
Like I like cheese boards, and I like tablets and touchscreens. So you've got something there, I think.
Exactly, and then I can use the data to put into my my news aggregator. Feedbuzz.
You'll never guess which cheese is the most popular.
Yeah, or the Prime Minister gets some ham and a
What are you
cheese
talking
cracker.
about, Prime Ministers, Ryan? Prime Ministers only eat onions.
Which cheese are you most like, Camembert or cheddar?
Well, cheddar. Camembert is the most obnoxious of cheeses.
Camembert is fucking delicious. Fuck you.
Yeah, but actually, on the subject of Prime Ministers eating onions, I would really like to see. It's got nothing to do with the question, but I'd like to see a reenactment of Iron Chef
Ow.
With
If you're wondering
Tony...
why I keep saying ow and it's because I'm throwing a screwdriver in the air and I keep catching it by the wrong end.
Well, stop doing that.
Stop doing that in the show, Darren.
I should stop that,
Yes, but anyway...
You should stop it for your own health.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm worried that you're going to kill yourself, and we don't have work cover on this show.
Yes, but oh, he's off-site. I checked it with the lawyers. It's good.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway, I would like to see footage of said Prime Minister eating an onion fixed into the episode of the intro of Iron Chef. like the Prime Minister just looking over the House of Representatives.
Is the secret ingredient onions?
It's always onions.
It's always onions. Yeah. This week on Onion Chef.
Onions. What will the secret ingredient be? It's spring onions, people. Spring onions.
I don't think they're actually really onions, are they? I can't
I'm
remember.
not sure. I know
they're
they're
shallots. They
They don't even call them onions in other places.
they taste onionish.
Listen, it's got onion in the word. It's good enough.
It's close enough.
It's good enough for Onion Chef.
It's good enough for us, but we have low standards, so
Oh yeah, terribly low.
like we can pretty much call any round object an onion.
Yeah, like
That's what we'll take.
I got this new variety of onion. It's red and round and crunchy. It's called a Granny Smith onion.
I think we have time for Darian's idea.
Ow, I just stabbed myself in the thumb with the screwdriver. All of our worst fears have come true.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
So, we've had the idea that once every few episodes, one of us will bring forth a terrible superpower. Each of us has to try and make it useful. The question asked to the person is, how would you make that terrible superpower useful? The terrible superpower for this week is everything you touch smells like rotten cheese. How would you make this terrible superpower useful?
I'd go to France.
Wouldn't you go to that, is it in Italy? I don't remember. It's, that cheese that has the maggots in it?
That's Italy.
It is Italy. You could sell it.
See, because really, rotten cheese is just cheese that is ripened. You do not eat raw cheese. You eat refined cheese. It's cheese in its refinement. It's cheese at the pinnacle of its life.
So what, you're gonna charge people to let you touch their things and make them smell like rotten cheese? Cheese connoisseurs, as it were.
Yep.
Alright, well that's a much more sort of altruistic thing than my answer.
Well, what's your answer?
My answer is I just touch all my neighbour's mail.
How's that useful?
It's useful for me. It pisses off the neighbour.
You don't like your neighbour?
No, I got nothing against them.
You just want them to smell rotten cheese every day.
I just want them to
May
go like,
I never live next to you.
It's like fucking gaslighting. Does my mail smell like cheese? What the hell?
What do you mean cheese? Nothing smells like cheese.
Rotten cheese.
I would sell my abilities with this superpower to places that make, joke stink bombs and things. Novelty party things. There would be the joke soap. You touch a bar of soap and you package it. If you give this soap to your siblings, then if they use it, they'll smell like rotten cheese.
Yeah, so you would be going into the gag gift market.
Yeah, I'd go into the gag gift market, utilizing my powers for my own profit.
Yeah, see, that could work.
Well, actually, on the subject of both of those, I shall combine both. First off, rotten cheese-flavoured twisties. Second option, go to the moon and touch the moon. NASA will be very confused. Like, Houston, we have a problem here. The moon is emitting some kind of rotten cheese smell. I think we've confirmed that the moon's made of cheese, Houston.
Isn't that a bit... Is it like... Because you would have to have your exposed finger on the moon for a bit, so wouldn't your finger freeze off?
I don't know, there's a lot of science involved in this. I don't think we're qualified to answer that. I'm sure it's possible.
That. What I just said is science enough.
Maybe he could set up like a small dome, fill it with atmosphere, then remove his glove and touch it.
Would the whole moon become would the whole moon start smelling like rotten cheese though, or would just the dust touching his finger?
That's true, because this...
Moon dust is very, particulate.
It's a question. It's a real question. Do we define everything we touch as only the things that we actually touch? In which case, it'd mainly be like the surface layer of any
Well, actually,
object.
if you go down to the molecular level, we don't actually touch anything. It's a magnetic.
Some kind of force. There's forces. I don't know.
I guess really this hypothetical we'd have to leave for another episode.
Okay. If there's anything else you guys want to say it now.
George Bush did 9/11.
The safe word is pomegranate.
And Papermate is my lover. Okay. Thank you for joining us here on FoolishWorks Presents the Hypothetical Hour. If you have any hypotheticals you would like us to discuss, or if you want to answer one of the questions mentioned in today's episode, you can email us at hypotheticalhour@foolishworks.com. And if you want to continue listening to three guys discussing nothing of any particular consequence, head on over to foolishworks.com and subscribe.
Or get us on iTunes. I'm being chased by an antelope! Fucking Erskineville.